What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Swish Life Garage. Happy New Year's to you guys. Today I'm back with the 2000 Honda Civic. I need to change out my alternator, so let's get right to it. Let's go ahead and get this thing up in the air and jacked up on jack stands. So boom, the car is on jack stands on both sides. I did open the hood and as well take off the wheel, just so you guys are able to see a little bit better whenever I take out the alternator. So now the first thing you want to do is take off these little screws, these plastic screws that hold on the splash shield, and that will allow this to kind of move to the side, because whenever the alternator comes out, it's going to be coming out through here and you're going to need to get this out the way. So let's do that real quick. Cool, you guys see how that gives the extra room. Now the alternator will be able to come out when it's able to. So now we got to take off the belt for the alternator. There's going to be two bolts. There's this one bolt right here, it's about a 12, and then the other bolt you're going to have to take off all the way to get the alternator out is this bolt right here. It's going to be a 12 as well. So for the most part, the alternator is loose and it's able to be freed up. Now I gotta disconnect the battery. Gonna disconnect the positive terminal so we don't have any juice going to the alternator. Just disconnect that, put that off to the side. Now on the alternator itself, it does have a plug, a 4-pin plug. You're going to press the clip and get that out. Green plug right there. Then underneath the rubber cap, it's going to be a 10mm. Gotta go ahead and loosen that up. That's the power wire for the alternator. That's mainly the reason why you got to disconnect the battery. 10mm nut is off and able to get the power wire off of there. Now the alternator is freed up. Go ahead and take out that bottom bolt that runs through there. That took off the nut, and that was a 14mm nut that took it off. And the alternator now can be freed up. It could be pushed out the way, but not able to take it out right now, because now you gotta take off the bolts that hold on the alternator bracket, and I'll show you guys that right now. So the alternator is here on the subframe, out of the way. Next thing you need to take off is the bracket for the alternator. You guys could see right there, there is the bracket, and there's two bolts holding it on. Got to take that off in order to make room to get the alternator out. There's two 14s, one right here and the other one just right there. So got to get those loose and then we'll take out the alternator. It's just about loose. Taking off this last bolt right here, and there it is. Just the alternator bracket. Alright, so now the bracket is out the way, we could get this alternator. It might take a little tossing and turning just to get it out the right way. I believe you gotta have the pulley facing up, if I remember correctly. Let me see. And there it goes. Yeah, you gotta have it facing like this. You know, the big part facing outward, so you're able to scoop it on out, and there it is. Alright guys, so here is the OEM alternator, and this is the original alternator. It still says Honda on there. It says Mitsubishi Electric Corporation. So this is a Mitsubishi unit. Later on they did move to Denso. Now the alternator I bought off Rock Auto is the WAI alternator. There's the part number right here, and on Rock Auto it said that this one is actually a Mitsubishi unit as well. At first I was trying to get a remanufactured OEM alternator, but the two alternators I had purchased previous to this one, they were just making noises, and I mean right out the box they were no good. So I just went ahead, bought a new alternator, and so it seems to be the same thing, you know, Mitsubishi, Honda Mitsubishi, so same thing. Here's the new alternator right here. It looks good. quiet. The other ones, when I would spin them, you'll just hear like metallic sounds. Everything looks good. The plug, connection for the power wire. So we just gotta do the reverse order. Stick this thing on up, just lay it on the subframe, then we put the bracket in, just start putting everything on together. So let's get at it. All right, put this thing in, try to put it in the same way it came out. All right, so next, put in the bracket. So now that the bracket is in there and the alternator is in here, now we're going to set the alternator on the bracket. So, okay, gotta just move it around. Just get it in the bracket. And then once it's in there, go ahead and start some of the bolts. Alright, so camera died real quick, but I did get the bolts on there, the top one and the bottom one, and as well throw the belt on here. So now I need to go ahead and put some tension on there. Usually I get like a breaker bar, put some weight on the alternator outwards, just so I could get some tension on that belt, because if it's too loose it'll start to squeak and squeal. So just try to get it as tight as you can. If you could get someone, just put their hand on here and just really try to push it out as much as they can. So let me go ahead and put some tension on there and tighten up these bolts, and then we're almost done. Now sometimes you might have to loosen up another 14, like right about here. That's just for the little bracket on top for the alternator, just so you can line up that bolt on the top of the alternator. So sometimes you might have to loosen it. I did have to loosen mine just a slight bit, just so I can move it. So just tightening that back up. Alternator's tied on there. Just going to be plugging it on up. Cool, the plugs are on there, the power cable is on the alternator, that belt is on there, bolt tightened up, other bolt for the bracket tightened up, and then of course we have the bracket, alternator bracket with that bolt and nut tightened up on there. Just putting things back on. I'm going to put the splash shield back on here with the 2 plastic screws that hold it on. I reconnected the battery, put the wheel on, torqued the lug nuts down, and as well did a real quick oil change on the car. The reason why I changed it out is because, especially on cold starts, the alternator would just start like squeaking. It would be like, so it was making that noise. I know it's going to go out in the near future. Might as well just change it on out before I get stranded somewhere. So let me know if you guys have any questions. Drop them down below in the comment section. As always, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel, because I'm going to catch you on the next one.